Today on Practical Magic, and I'm here to teach you how to receive your guidance. How to receive your own guide and guidance if you have a particular question that you're looking to get answered, if you're looking to solve some problems. This is what we're here for today. This is going to be an awesome little session that I'm doing for you today, and I'm going to guide you through at the end so that you actually can get the guidance that you've been looking for. Now, practical magic is what I am all about, which is your intuition. And life can get really, really messy. If you're running a business or do your day-to-day life, it can get really messy. But with super conscious guidance, you get to create something extraordinary and pretty fast. Now, for me, that's magic. That's when things turn around. That's when I know that I've got magic at the tips of my fingers. When I can see that, oh, I did that. I wished for that. I hoped for that. And that's how it happened. Also, just less shitty ideas, to be perfectly honest, and waste of time when you have the solutions at your fingertips. In other words, you can ask for guidance, you can ask for information, you can ask for a deeper understanding of why that's happening for you. So certainly if it's to do with your business or your body or your love life, there is information that's always coming through. So you always have a question at the back of your head, like, why is that happening? But there are specific ways to ask a question and specific ways to actually get down into the nitty-gritty of finding out what's actually going on behind the surface. What are you being guided towards? What is your soul guiding you towards? What is your soul intervening with so that you actually get the messages coming through? That's what I'm here for today. I'm here to help you get and receive your guidance so that I don't have to do it for you. I don't have to be the body whisperer. You are, no less magical than I am, and you have access to your intuition. So today's exercise, we're going to ask for guidance. We're going to ask for guidance to do with your business. We're going to ask for guidance to do with your body or beloved relationships or why that happened to you. You will have a question that you want answered. You want to be able to find out, how do I get past this? I can't go around it. I can't go over it. I can't go under it. You have to go through it and ask for guidance and ask for your questions. So today I'm going to be guiding you so that you can actually ask your questions and you can get your answers, so that you can tap into your own magic and believe that you have the ability. Because with this experience today, you'll get that you have the ability to ask the questions and get to hear and get that aha, that moment. So this is how we roll here on Practical Magic. I'm guiding you so that you can get your own guidance, so that you know that you have the gaze of your soul on you all the time, smiling, appreciating you, no judgment of you, sending you messages, answering your questions. But unfortunately, we've just been a little bit oblivious to all of that. It's not your fault. We've just never been in a system or an education system where you're educated to find out what's actually going on. So this is what we're here to do. So I'm usually quite lively and playful, and it's nerdy in the interaction about soul, guidance, superconscious, what the universe has to offer for you. I'm coming from source. I'm igniting your instinct, your feminine wiles, your gut instinct. We're talking, nerdy stuff, superconscious stuff. We're talking about the soul and soul guidance. You learn the ways that practical magic works, which offloads the stress and the hard work and the efforts, which basically helps you save time and money in your life. With your business, you can turn around relationships. I tell all of these stories over on my YouTube channel and here in this group as well, so that you know what you're creating and how to go about creating. So I get on my soapbox every Thursday and I tell you the biggest ways that you can actually get into relationship with your business, how you can talk to your house, how you can talk to your pets, how you can ask your questions and get answers and talk to your soul. So we get you to take back your power so that you can listen to your own guidance, and you don't get to have horrible surprises when you're oblivious to the guidance that's being sent to you all the time. I'm Fiona Robertson. I am a body whisperer. I feel into what's going on in your body, but I can actually guide you to what's happening in your body. So I'm bringing you practical magic every single day. The solutions at your fingertips. I guide you to expand and open into receivership of the magical realm, so that you can hear the voice and you can get the nudges like, come on, and you can just understand why those situations happen to you and how you get to go and resolve them with no effort on your part. I'm really, really happy to share these techniques because they've changed my life. They've changed so many things around for you, and they bring a work-life balance. So obtaining superconscious guidance is what we're here about and what we're going to experience today. And I'm just going to list down for you the 12 steps and how you get into the state to receiving your guidance. So we're going to go through that today. And I'm going to guide you to get your own special guidance for whatever question is at the back of your head or whatever's niggling you at the end of all of this. So, you know, don't give up, stick with me so that we can actually get to the end of what we're going through. So, first of all, we need to be able to relax the body. Your body is not just something to be admired. It is a finely tuned asset to pick up this information. Your intuition rises up through your body. So just while we're sitting here, just straighten up your body and just get into the state of relaxation, going into neutral. And the practice is that you get into a state where there's no narrative in your head. So I do an exercise where I'm breathing in all the way around the top of the head, then down, pivoting at the heart, and then all the way down to the feet, like a big figure of 8, really round edges. Just breathe deeply into your body so that you know that you're inside your body. Now there's a turning point at some point when you go, breathe in. And there's a turning point when you go, breathe out. Just see if you can just tap into those 2 points, top and bottom, that helps you just understand you are inside your body and you're not taking things from the outside. You do this with your eyes closed. Eventually you'll be able to do this with your eyes open when you're in the supermarket. This is when you become alert and aware. You know that feeling when you are so relaxed but you're really aware of what's going on there, around you. This is what I call ninja mode. In other words, you can expand your focus wider than your body into the room that you're in. And then with practice, you get it to go wider and wider. You expand into, I call it the love of the environment that you're in. You're just really aware and you're in awe. There are no judgments, there's no narrative, you're just in that space. And I call that you coming home, you're neutral. Imagine you're in a car, first, second, third, fourth. In between first and second and third and fourth, there's a neutral place, where you coast. That's your neutral place. Now, when you're in this place, you can also just align yourself up. So step 3 is align yourself up. So imagine you're being tethered on a harp string between the heavens and the earth, like you're a tree. You have all your branches reaching up to the sky and you have all the roots going down into the earth. You're tethered. But at the same time, you're free and you can move around, but you know your place on the earth. When you're here, number 4 is to know your identity. You are a spirit, your energy. You are a soul housed in a flesh and bones body. You are having an earthly experience as energy. You're able to know yourself and say, I am energy. I am infinite. I'm here in this body on this planet, but I am energy. Consider where you start and where another ends. What's the difference between you? In other words, you are energy, you are divine, you are God. So today we're going to focus on your need. So what is the struggle in hand, at hand? Feel it as a sense of incompletion, a sense of discomfort, something that you need help with because you haven't been able to get the answer for yourself. This is not something you can think about. This is something that you experience and something that you feel, and that is the guidance that comes up. And this is what I'm going to guide you with later on in a minute, later on in this session. So feel the desire of your question, and then begin to state it clearly and be specific with your request. When we do this in a minute, when we specifically get your guidance, you'll need a pen and paper. Now, what is it that you're asking for? So ask your question, what do you need help with? And feel the desire strongly within you to change it, to resolve it. I've had enough of it. It's discomfort. It's I need help to get this answer today. And for 100% expect to get the answer from your highest power, from source, from whoever you believe in, from God, the universe, with conviction. You believe 100% that you are going to get that answered for you today. Have no doubt whatsoever. Be in peace, be in that neutral place, and wait specifically, patiently, poignantly, openly. This can potentially be the hardest thing to do because we're asking you to be sort of very focused on something and let it go. There's kind of a duality in that, you know, just like, oh my God, I'm going to be so focused on what is it that I need and feel it and experience it. But at the same time, just trust that it's going to be answered. It can be especially hard because it feels like you need to force it through or you need to put effort through, and that doesn't work. Now, being an overthinker myself, an overanalyzer, that is a surefire way to kill your guidance, your intuition dead, believe me. I am that woman. So release the desperation and the desire. Just trust that it will be answered. You will get guidance from your soul. So surrender the response over to the higher powers. Whatever your question is, just, do you know what? I can't do this anymore. It's just too big for me. I've got no idea what I'm doing. I'm nothing. I'm empty. I've tried everything. I'm at that point where I just can't do it by myself. Surrender it over. Be neutral and let it go. Go and do something else. Change your state, because you overthinking it and forcing it through won't make it work. Now, step 8 is allow yourself to be in receivership and flow. Don't judge what you receive. If you get like, oh, could be that. Oh, it could be that. Don't second guess it or try and refine the answer that yeah, but if I just did it, no. Just take what you get. I'll tell you a story in a minute about just take what you get, even though it seems bizarre and you think, that's not going to work. Just take it and run with it. Make it real now. Now record the answer. Maybe you want to write it down. Maybe you want to speak it out loud, tell someone, make a video about it, put it in your phone as a message, something like that. But, you know, record the answer. Make it real for your body. Like, yes, I've heard it. Okay, so say it out loud. Often when I say things out loud, then it becomes real. It's like, oh my God, that worked. Thank you so much. I got the information, and it's because otherwise it can just poof, it disappears. You go, well, what was it that came through? Because it's something that drifts across, and you need to be able to catch it. And sometimes if you don't catch it, it's gone. You're like, oh, how can I get back in that state again? To bring that information back. This is your guidance. It comes in whispers, it drifts in and it drifts out. So just record it, make it physical for your body. So yes, I got it, I understand. You can bring it into reality just by writing it down, by journaling it. Be very conscious that you are grateful that you received something, even if it's totally unexpected, if it's like off the wall, and then you can start to implement it. Now, that's the way you run through. It's no point just sitting and hoping in Zen mode that you're going to get the information come through, because you haven't asked for anything. So this is how you actually ask and how you receive guidance. One of the main things that stories that I tell about this is I was trying to sell my house here in France, and I had talked to the house, and the house has said, you know what, I'm not very pretty, you've really let me go. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I was going through a bit of a separation and I'm very busy with the boys. And okay, what do you need, house, for me to enable for me to sell you? She said, oh, take that old carpet off the stairs and you know, paint my stairs. She showed me that in a picture. So it's telepathy that works. So I did that, took the carpet off, took all the nails and everything off, sanded it, just painted the stairs, went, oh yeah, they look really nice, they're all glossy now. Painted the shutters because they were kind of not doing very well, and got the gates painted. And I was like, yeah, she looks really pretty now. And she's like, thank you, that's good. And I said, what else do I need to do to sell you? To, you know, help you move on. I've really enjoyed being here, but you know, someone else could have just as much fun being in this house with you. And she sent me a picture of a sign that I would put out on the road, like white background, black writing with a stake. Put that out on the road that sort of goes outside the house. I'm thinking, I wanted to analyse it. Well, that's ridiculous. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's only a farm and maybe one other house up the road, and those are holiday homes. How on earth is that going to sell my house? But I'd had that house on the market for 2 years, and she hadn't sold with agents who had, you know, such a big calling. The house was just not selling at all. And I was like, I get it. You know, this was the house that I wrote about, you know, 2 years before I met this house. She'd been, it's just my dream home, everything I'd ever wanted. And now I was having to let her go. And she said, well, put a sign outside, you know, with à vendre, because I live in France. So, you know, for sale, with your telephone number. That's all you need. So I think I resisted for a couple of days, and then eventually I made a sign about an, you know, A3 size, something like that. Got a stencil, black pen, painted it, painted the wood white, black writing, à vendre, my telephone number, and put it outside and put it on the fence so that anybody driving up would actually see it. And I was outside in the garden and my phone rang, and it was somebody saying in French, we're just driving past, we'd like to have a look at your house. I was like, right, okay. And they said, well, we can come tomorrow if it's inconvenient now. I said, yeah, okay, fine, come tomorrow. So I had to quick tidy up of the house, and thinking, wow, that's amazing. So somebody came within a day, once I'd put that sign outside my house. That is how you don't question it. You don't double guess it. You have no doubt that, okay, well, you told me to do that, I'll do it, fine. Even to you, even if to you it seems absolutely ridiculous. So after 2 years of my house being on the market with estate agents, all of them saying, can't sell your house, you have to reduce the price, and I'm going, no way. This is how you do it. So let's bring this down for you and let you get some guidance for yourself. So have a pen and paper. What situation is it that you want resolved? And start formulating your question. So be a little bit specific with this. For example, have 3 questions. So, you know, why am I having this happen? Might be one thing. It could be to do with the house. It could be to do with your business. It could be to do with how, you know, why am I having no clients? Why am I struggling to find people? Why am I not being able to make a decision between going this way and that way? Have your question. Then also, you know, want to go a little bit deeper. What's the hidden dynamic under this situation so that I can learn what this is all about? Because clearly there's something here for me to learn if it's not working easily. Another question might be, how can I improve my understanding of this situation, so that you can resolve it? So formulate your question and let it rise up within you. Just grab it, just let that question rise up and give it some depth and detail. Now that you've written the question, imagine that you're writing it on one of those, you put a tea light in the end and it's like a paper balloon. You write it on there, you light the candle, and then you just let it float up. And you just watch it go away. And this is you surrendering. And you let that go. And it just disappears off and just burns off into the ether. And the question is just up there, waiting to be answered. So you may get your answer in so many different ways. You may get it in how it's going to be delivered to you in words. You may see it in words. You may hear it in a song. You may get it in a picture. So it may pop up in front of you on the screen, on a Facebook ad or an advert, or you can, oh, that's weird, that's words. I've had that when I had a question once. And I had a lorry drive past, a big white lorry, and on the side of it was Clear Channel. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I was asking for. And then later on in the day, I had another lorry with, again, white, with another words on it. It's like, well, how can that possibly? It was written in English and I'm living in France. It is that ridiculous. There's omens, there's songs, there's conversations, it's a number plate, it's a number sequencing, it's synchronicities. I sometimes ask if I've got a question, give me a line in this film, or let me have something in this book, or I'm wanting to get the answer, like what is, bring something to me via what I'm doing, like in a song or in a book or in a film I'm watching or a series I'm watching. I just go, oh my God, that's it. It's the answer for me. So catch it and run with it. So be able to receive your answer. Now, we're going to do a really, really great exercise. And I love this exercise to bits. And I know that you will as well. So, and within this exercise, you'll be able to get your answers to your questions. So just have the question in the back of your mind. And let's just play a little bit. Okay, so you can close your eyes and you can go into your neutral space and you can expand your energy into your room and just feel really expectant and happy, ready to be surprised. So relax your body and close your eyes, and we're going to bring you into the imagination realm where your guides can and will speak to you. Believe me, this is awesome. So I'm going to guide you into the place. So imagine that you're outside, that you are yourself, and you're relaxing at a sidewalk cafe in Paris. And there are many, many people coming and going. Let yourself feel the sun on your face, and it's the perfect temperature, and you're sitting under a beautiful big umbrella. You have your favourite thing to drink in front of you, and you're waiting with a feeling of expectancy. Let yourself feel that pressing problem that you want an answer to, that you'd like to talk to an expert about today. So imagine as you sit there relaxed but pensive, waiting to be surprised, and now someone comes up from behind you and taps you on your right shoulder and sits down at your table, and they say, oh, I'm sorry I'm late for our appointment. You called me. I got word that you wanted to talk to me. How can I help you? Notice the person that's in front of you. Notice their face, notice their hair, every detail, and look into their eyes. Now there's a breeze that just catches you on your legs and in your hair, and there's a smell, of the cafe that you're at or wherever you're sitting, and just bring it into your senses. Now explain the situation that's escaping you and see what advice they have for you. Let this experience unfold spontaneously in your mind's eye and with your imagination. Define your questions, remain in expanded awe, and be inquisitive. What do you need to know about this to move forward? So So you can be asking this person, what do I need to know about this to move forward? You can also ask, do I need to complete something? Do I need to develop something in myself? How can I expand myself? What talents do I have that I haven't yet developed for myself? I'm just going to leave you for a couple of minutes so that you can wait for this person to answer your questions for you. I'll just give you another minute. Just get those questions answered for you by this person who's sitting with you at the Sidewalk Cafe, being your guide. You may also ask, how do you see me once I have moved into this next phase? So when you've begun to start to get your answers, know that this is real, know that this is your guidance. Say thank you to the person who came to visit you. Say thank you to your non-verbal, the unseen realms for sending you this message today. And now you can take the information that you got and implement it and bring it into your body. Now that you've written it down, start implementing it. Through this experience, you have made contact with your inner self, your inner helper, and you've received guidance. If you want to experience more of this kind of guidance, these kind of techniques, to be shown how to get guidance and resolve situations for your business, with your body, with your health, or with conflicts in relationships, please get in touch. You're not alone. There is an easy way to get guidance for everyday problems. And you have magic, practical magic at your fingertips. It's not your fault that you've struggled before, but you can have your guide at your side right now to feel that greater wisdom, that loving, wise being who knows you really, really well, who accepts you no matter what, who provides for you and maintains a constant gaze on you. You can feel the warmth of that friendship, that constant companion smiling at you and engaging with you playfully as she brings you songs, passages in books. This is entering the magical kingdom and bringing you what you need, being with you at work, being with you when you rest, being with you when you play, so that you get to ask for advice and resolve situations that have you stumbling and falling when you're oblivious to the information that you get. I'm opening a 6-week online incubator to open you up to receivership of your guidance so that you have practical magic at your fingertips. You can access that every single day. Now I'm doing this for €640 for 6 weeks online, starting in May. It's normally €999, so you get to save €359, and I love you to join your soul on this journey. Alternatively, what I do is a 3-day intensive deep dive on a retreat. Now this is 18 hours of deep diving soul experience, communication, conversation, and we bring this into reality for you. That's €3,000, and you walk away knowing that you are soul, that you are a higher being ready to take on the world. TV show, this is what I'm all about, bringing you practical magic every single day with everyday problems and getting you solutions. I'm Fiona Robertson. I love you to the moon and back, and bringing you into this magical realm. Have a great day.